There we go. All the applications are cleared in the background. 15 Pro is here. iPhone 17 is here. Let's open up the App Store. 3, 2, 1. Now this is probably going to be a pretty easy basic one since, this is like, I don't really have too many applications to share between both. But you can kind of see even just from this first one, the 17 is probably going to be the one that's going to be a little bit faster for the most part getting into these applications. So that's kind of what's expected a majority of the time. If we get into some of these other standard applications, we can try Netflix 3, 2, 1. You would probably expect for the most part a phone like the 17 to be better. But I will also say, because these two phones are slightly different, this one is on iOS 26, this one's on iOS 18.7, there should be a little difference when it comes down to that type of capability. Now this one was a little surprising considering that the iPhone 17 I think was a little slower, but once you load into the application you can see they're roughly around the same. There's not that big of a difference. Snake vs. Blocks 3, 2, 1. This one also probably not going to be too big of a difference here either. You can see, okay, they're both fairly similar from that side. Getting into the actual game, let's see if there's any big differences, which it doesn't seem like it. Yeah, they both seem pretty good for the most part. Hopping out of here, we can try Temple Run 1 if I even have it. It doesn't seem like I have it. So we'll try Temple Run 2, 3, 2, 1. Now this is a little bit of like a slightly bigger game. It's not the biggest game of all time. But you can kind of see here, again, these little tiny differences that you're going to see between one to the other, this is how it's going to be basically a majority of the time. So these little differences might add up to you, but if all you're doing is just calling, messaging people, FaceTiming people, like going on Instagram and TikTok, like you're not going to notice that big of a difference, right? Unless you're playing like massive big games. You're going to see slight differences and glitches between both, but it's not really going to be a massive difference as far as I can tell. Stack 3, 2, 1. So even from this like basic comparison, I will still tell you a device like an iPhone 15 Pro is still going to feel pretty fast. Like it's not going to feel like it's like the slowest phone of all time. So I feel like that is just one of those big areas to keep in mind here. Like clearly the 17 and the 15 Pro are very, very fast phones. But if you're wanting the faster one, I think it's going to be pretty close between them. I think the 17 is still going to be, faster by slight margins. But the 15 Pro is still a very fast phone when it comes down to it as well. So from that side, that kind of covers it up there. Now from the camera department, this is also one of those other key areas. So both these phones are basically going to be able to go through and give you these cameras on the back, 4K at 60 on the front and the back of both these, which is